Hey, Scrapegoat. Full minute before anyone said anything. Eh, nothing. Nothing tall. Hey, Fernanda. Hey, Michelle. So, how's everyone? Hey, Tay. Quiet evenings so far. Hey, Scrapegoat. Seems to be a quiet evening. Starting to think maybe everyone's busy. You're at work, Scrapegoat. That sucks. Work sucks. Pimping ain't easy. Indeed. It's boring tonight. Yeah. Better boring than tiring, or better boring than busy. I'd rather be bored than busy myself. I don't like being busy. Hey, Arjun. Hey, Alien Tourist. Doesn't really seem to be much going on tonight. Not much chatting going on right now. Where is everybody? Am I on too early? Should I wait another hour? People don't expect me this early on a Wednesday. Maybe that's the problem. People don't expect me this early on a Wednesday night. Yeah, Chad, I'm cooking dinner. Cool, cool. What you making? Making anything good? I ordered myself some Saint Huberts, some Stuberts. Chicken bulgur bowls. Do I like coffee? I don't. I've never had coffee. Hey, Color Purple. I've never had coffee, and I don't intend to start. I don't even like the smell of coffee. Like I don't even enjoy the smell. So hey, icky. Smells the best part. Yeah, I don't like it. Misunderstood. Wow, holy shit. Misunderstood. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Misunderstood. Thank you so much for that. How's my week looking? Meh. Same as always. Looks anyway. Really. Yeah, hearts in the chat for misunderstood. Hearts in the chat. What are my favorite smells? Besides my mom. Yeah. It's exactly where I was going, honestly. Have I ever seen a UFO? Nope. Working time? Nope. Nope. Wednesdays and Thursdays I have off. I work Friday through Monday, or Friday through Tuesday. I work Fridays through Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays, Thursdays off. Favorite shows? I don't know. Hey, Dana. I have been surviving. It's about should be at the club on a Wednesday. Who goes to the club on a Wednesday? Anyway, I don't like clubs. Why would I go to a club? I don't like clubs. Being surrounded by a bunch of strangers listening to music I don't enjoy. I don't drink, so Live music, exactly. Yeah, there's a. I heard St. Hubert's for supper, and there's a bit of coleslaw stuck in my teeth. I don't have toothpicks or floss or anything to get it out. Nope, that didn't get it. Holiday plans? Nothing. No, I got no holiday plans. I mean, like, I'll be going to see my mom on Christmas. That's about it. Pardon my throat, too. But that company that hired AI to be CEO. I did not hear about that, but I'd be fine with that if if it meant that the workers got pay raises, but that's not ever how it works. That AI will still have a paycheck that's like 100 times more than that of the average employee. I do have holiday calendar. We don't actually. We have Thanksgiving in October, of course. So closest we have to a holiday in November is Remembrance Day, which, you know, not quite not quite the same, right? Hey, average dude. Like your Veterans Day? Yeah. Yeah, I like your Veterans Day. Kind of more specifically, just like for remembering those who died in wars. Or like Memorial Day. Yeah. Hey, second last unicorn. What, tissue stuck up my nose to cool it down? Whatever works. Give me a minute. I need to try to deal with this fucking piece of coleslaw stuck in my teeth. Give me a minute here. Yeah. It was on fire. I think I'm dying. Shit. That's not good, tourist. Hope you feel better soon, alien tourist. Yeah. Remembrance Day is, the day we all go to the. In high school, we'd all go to the auditorium and listen to that fucking Sarah McLachlan song. I remember you. Will you remember me? That song. That's the song that that always gets played on Remembrance Day. That's like the official song of Remembrance Day. Wait for it. No, I already ate. Watching or reading anything good lately? I'm still making my way back through Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Other than that, yeah, nothing, not really. I have been playing Cyberpunk here and there. Just finished the Konpeki Plaza heist. One thing I do find funny uh, about that type of game, those types of open world RPGs, like this mission, you're trying to escape from. Hey, Carly. I overslept. Yeah, you're trying to escape from this building, and people are trying to kill you, and your best friend is dying. Your best friend is dying right beside you. You're like, oh, still got a loot. I better. This thing's not nailed down. Better take this thing. GTA 6 announcement. I didn't really look at it. All I know is that there is going to be a GTA 6 announcement. I think that's about the full extent of it. Of my knowledge, it's just yeah. There are certain ways in which the hey Lizzie's. There are certain ways in which the gameplay of well, I won't be playing GTA 6 at all. I don't play GTA games, so I'm not going to be playing it at all. Yeah, there are certain like for games like Cyberpunk, there are certain ways in which the nature of the gameplay can at times undermine the drama of a scene. Or a mission. Because like everything's really tense. You've got to be careful. Everything's really tense and intense and everything, and then you still take your time. You still take time to grab random shit laying around. Heard in that game you can design your character to be cut or uncut. What, in Cyberpunk or GTA? Cyberpunk. I mean, I don't know if you can design. Like, I don't know if your character can be. Yeah, I don't know if you decide whether your character is circumcised or not. Your character can have a penis. Wasn't that game controversial? It was because it launched broken. At launch, Cyberpunk was completely broken. It was a bug-riddled mess. It needed a good 6 months more of polish. It needed 6 months to get to the point where it was releasable, frankly. Like Cyberpunk, it needed 6 more months to get to the point where it would be releasable. Still, it would still have bugs at that point. It would still need plenty of patches and updates after that. But it was released. It was released a full 6 months earlier than it really should have been. Who's to blame for that? The publisher. The developers probably would have been fine working on it for as long as they could. They would have kept working on that game forever if they could have. CD Projekt. Okay, so it was published by CD Projekt. So apparently, it was released by the same people who developed it. So yeah, but yeah, at release it was just entirely broken. Like, never mind just like the graphical errors. Like, never mind just like weird little graphical bugs. Like, there were full on game breaking bugs in it. It took months to get it to a point where it was mostly acceptable. Like, it took months to get to the point of mostly acceptable. That said, they did keep working on it. I'll give them credit. They kept working on it. And, they absolutely turned around and made it a game that people, made it the game that people wanted to play. It took a while. It's been 3 years. And they just released, their big update for it. They're I don't think they're doing any more content updates. I think there'll probably still be a few more bug fixes here and there, like a few minor updates just for fixing a few little issues that are still there. They're working on a sequel right now. They are apparently working on the sequel. Health? I did not. But yeah, it took them probably about a year to get that game in the state that it was what the people who bought the game wanted. It took probably about a year to get it to where it should have been at launch. They got some good tunes. Cool. They basically released an alpha version of calling it that. Exactly. Thoughts on Slayer? Not a fan. Not into metal. What sucks, Unicorn, is that has become something of a standard in the industry. There's so many developers out there who will release an alpha version. Just banking on people pre-ordering it and putting up with all the problems long enough for them to be fixed. Assuming, in some cases, assuming the developers even bother fixing them. Not always a guarantee. Yeah, there's just entirely too many publishers, really. Yeah, I think most developers would be fine working on the game indefinitely. But publishers want to rush the games out. So there is a real issue of games being released long before they're actually ready, and then requiring huge numbers of patches in order to get them to where they should be. Basically using the player base as unpaid game testers. And then releasing all sorts of really shitty DLC. Hey, Alien Interest. Yeah, I don't work Wednesdays. Yeah, and then releasing all sorts of stupid and shitty DLC for people to pay for. The video game industry has some serious problems. Hey, Sugar Apple. Anywho's, I did see that there's a live action Zelda game or live action Zelda movie. Is actually happening, which like I don't know. I don't think live action is the way to go with Zelda. Animated movie would be the way to go with Zelda, I think. And I guess we'll see how it goes. But Live action Zelda Centaur thing, right? Hey, speak out. I speak out. Not everything needs live action. That's my thinking. What is live action zones? What? Movie? Yeah, live action Zelda movie. Like a live action Zelda movie. Like Legend of Zelda, the Legend of Zelda series, video game series. There's Legend of Zelda series, video game series. There's going to be a live action movie based on that. Live action film. And I feel like animated is the way to go for Zelda. Oh, meant to say Zelda? Yeah, live action. Yeah, Zelda. They're going to do a live action movie, which. Yeah, I feel like that's just the way to go. I guess Avi Arad, I guess, is attached to it. I mean, Arad has, yeah, he has been producer on a lot of pretty big things. Yeah, he was producer on Spider-Man 2 back in the day, which was, I think, generally considered the best of that trilogy. The Iron Man. Unfortunately, he was also he was also producer on the live-action Ghost in the Shell, which clearly he's had some misses as well. Did like Maze Runner. Hey, Diana Lynn. Yeah, it doesn't look like Arad was associated with Maze Runner. Honestly, mostly superhero shit. The majority of the shit he's produced has been superhero stuff. Yeah, outside the superhero things, there was The Killing Floor, Ganba to Nakamachi, Ganba to Nakamachi, which I've never even heard of. Apparently, some weird video game series. Bratz, Robo Sapien rebooted. the Uncharted film adaptation, which I come Japan bans horror games, or at least some. I have no idea, Anunnaki. Can I be honest? I had no idea that there was a Uncharted movie. I heard nothing about that movie. Approval rating of 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. Average rating of 5.3 out of 10. Japan loves horror. Games the only thing that they've been is Kochi. Yeah, I mean, I think Japan's got a lot of horror games. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's never seen Uncharted the movie, but I love the game. I mean, popular game series. The movie seems to have just been, you know, it was profitable, but not a massive hit. Apparently made $407 million at the worldwide box office. Yeah, so, which, I mean, apparently puts it sixth highest grossing film based on a video game. Which, gotta say, damning with faint praise, that. There was a Rampage? Oh, right, with Dwayne Johnson. I forgot about that one. So, yeah, the Uncharted movie made a little bit less money than the Rampage movie. Who was in it? Tom Holland and forget who else. I've honestly already forgotten who else. Wahlberg. Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. Thoughts on people that idolize serial killers? It's weird and creepy and gross to me. I do not understand that, and I'm not comfortable with it. Hey, Elf. So yeah, the fact that Avi Arad is attached to the Zelda movie, not a promising sign. I gotta be honest. Not a promising sign at all. Why is that? Most of the movies he's produced have been superhero films rather than have been based on like comic books rather than based on video games. Of the ones he has produced, very much a mixed bag. Like it's very mixed bag in terms of the films he's produced. You know, he produced Iron Man. He also produced Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag. The video game adaptations he's done, he produced that live action Ghost in the Shell, the one with Scarlett Johansson. Which not terribly. Yeah, that movie was pretty controversial. Morbius, he produced Morbius. Just looked Uncharted up. I did watch it. Yeah, not a ringing endorsement right there. Oh yeah, I did watch. I forgot I watched that movie. Not a ringing endorsement right there. He produced he produced Venom, which was almost popular despite itself. You know, like the Venom movie is one of those things where it's like its popularity was almost ironic. He produced the Morbius movie, which went over like a lead balloon. Well, then he also produced Across the Spider Verse. So I mean, he's got like a really, really mixed history, and like still mixed. Like it's not like it's sure he produced the Ghost Rider movies and the Fantastic Four movies, and then so it's like he started off rough, but then started getting better. Because I mean, like I said, he just did Morbius. He did Uncharted, which was, like I said, just an alien tourist watched it and totally forgot about it, and the critical reception overall was meh. So he's just got like a really, really respect the source material. I mean, he's the guy who whitewashed the protagonist of Ghost in the Shell. He's a guy who's totally okay with whitewashing. Can we really trust him to be faithful to source material? Not that whitewashing will be a big deal with the Zelda series. Like Link and Zelda are already, they're it's a fantasy world. Like it's they already look, they are already a lot of people already take them as white. Hey, Christina. Japanese animation style. A lot of characters sort of look white, just because of the animation style is sort of like heavily influenced by Disney. A lot of Japanese animation style is heavily influenced by Disney, so characters look white, even when they're supposed to be Japanese. With the Zelda franchise, they're not really meant to look Japanese or to be Japanese. So white people being cast in the role, it's fine. No one's going to be upset. Asian Americans aren't going to have an issue with it. Asians obviously never really care about Hollywood movies engaging in whitewashing just because they have their own film industry already. They've got all the movies they could ever want starring Japanese people. But so yeah, so whitewashing isn't a thing with the Zelda franchise, but the fact that it was that they saw that Avi Arad saw no problem with doing it indicates that the source material is not always his prime concern. I suppose it'll depend on who's attached to direct. It's from what I can see, a lot of it kind of comes down to yeah, it is really going to come down to the director, I think. Yeah, he produced the Across the Spider Verse. Yeah, he produced the Spider Verse movies, which had um, you know phenomenal screenplays and phenomenal directors. That's why I was talking about Maze Runner. Wes Ball will be directing it. Has that been announced? I didn't see anything about who was directing it. All I saw was Arad. Hey, Joel. Huh. Okay, he is a director. Huh. I was unaware. And gotta be honest, I don't know how. Derek Connolly as the screenwriter. Jurassic World, which was the Jurassic World movies, which a lot of people had issues with the writing in those. I think Kong Skull Island, which I think went over pretty poorly. She was screenwriter on Rise of Skywalker. Wow, nothing, literally nothing that I learn about this movie excites me. Producer is incredibly hit or miss. The director, all he's done has been the Maze Runner trilogy, which, screenwriter worked on the Jurassic World films and Rise of Skywalker, aka the worst of the Star Wars movies. And yeah, the Maze Runner movies were, the first of the Maze Runner movies was critically was well praised. The first Maze Runner movie got really good reviews. The second and third were, you know, mixed reviews. Jesus Christ, hey, Script Good Maze Runner. Yeah. Yeah, the director of the live action Zelda movies was the guy who directed the Maze Runner films, Wes Ball. Jesus Christ, there is nothing so far that makes me think that this movie will be worth watching. There's not been a single thing that's like, oh yeah, this should be good. There's not. It's amazing just how wildly underwhelming this announcement is. A producer with an incredibly mixed first Maze Runner was good, then it went downhill. Yeah. So a producer with an incredibly mixed record, director with a very mixed record, screenwriter with a very mixed record. Mixed at best, frankly. Hey, Kitty Charms. Everyone attached to this movie, aside from Miyamoto himself, Miyamoto is the only one attached to it so far who isn't like, really? That guy? That's who you want to go with? Sounds like the Philip K. Knob book. I mean, I don't know who did the books. I don't know who did the movies or who did the books. James Dashner. Scrape good. It's a James Dashner book series. Five Nights at Freddy? No. I'm not into horror, Kitty Charms, so no, I haven't watched Five Nights at Freddy. Five Nights at Freddy's. That said, I did watch. Was it Willy's World? The Nicolas Cage movie that was pretty obviously a Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff. But that one wasn't. But that one wasn't a horror. That one was Nicolas Cage. That one was. That was such a fun movie. How does Nicolas Cage overact without saying a word? Hey, PK. I love Nicolas Cage. Like, you have to love Nicolas Cage. The guy is just so fun. He makes terrible decisions, and they're all that leads to so much entertainment. He's so funny. He is. Windshield wiper flew off while driving a thunderstorm today. That's not convenient. That's not good. Rain is when you really want the wipers to stay on. Like, of all the times for the windshield wiper to come off, while it's raining is maybe one of the worst. Wonder who will play Zelda? Yeah, we'll see. A lot of people are calling for Hunter Schafer. I'm thinking probably not. I'm thinking it probably won't be her. I suppose it could. I suppose it still could be. 24. No. So she's about 25 years old. Just talking about who would play Link. They need to find the twinkiest boy they can, of course. Or maybe a twunk. That was my day. I slept until like 6 in the evening. Is Link more of a twink or a twunk? I wonder. I suppose he's more of a twunk, I guess. Link is straight as an arrow. Actually, have you ever seen an arrow in flight? Have you ever watched like a slow-mo of an arrow in flight? Hope they find a good back to play Link. Yeah. Someone called me a foot recently. Have you heard that? I have heard that. I think it's like a mix between Femme and Butch. See Dracula? Which Dracula? Sleep is good. Do you ever dream? Sometimes. Had a crush on Link when I was 15. A lot of people did. A lot of people have. A lot of people still have crushes on Link. Hey, Roxanne. But yeah, they need to get someone who's like small and. They need someone small to play Link. Honestly, ideally, get someone who's smaller than the actress to play Zelda. I like it. I said I'll take it. Like, I feel like the ideal casting, Zelda should be a little bit taller than Link. You know, good couple inches between them. Good couple inches difference. Using my pool water for the trees and bushes. Oh, you mean Renfield when Nicolas Cage played Dracula? I have not, Alien Tourist. I haven't actually watched all that many Nicolas Cage movies, to be honest. I watched the 2 Ghost Rider movies that he did. I will be honest. I thought that Spirit of Vengeance did have some style to it. The first Ghost Rider movie was pretty bad. The second one actually did have some style to it. It actually did have some pretty cool stuff going on. With the directors being kind of fucking psychotic. Like, in the best way. In the, I'm going to put my own life at risk way. You like Face Off? I'm not honestly. I'm actually not sure if I've ever actually watched a full Nicolas Cage movie. Mom, I saw her last week. What's wild about Nicolas Cage? Thoughts on Trevor Shane? Meh. Flight at the Navigator? I did not. How's my mom? She's doing okay. Yeah, here's the wild thing about Nicolas Cage. He is a legitimately incredible actor. You know, like, he is a fantastic actor. Hey, Serena. But he does terrible movies. And like he'll do terrible movies where he just completely hams it up. Some people might disagree, but they're wrong. He is a genuinely talented actor. Like there is no denying that. Like he's won awards for a reason. He is an award-winning actor for a reason. Legitimately, he is a really fucking good actor when he does good movies. It's just all the movies he does are garbage, where he hams it up because it's a stupid, shitty movie. So why not ham it up? What kind of movie do you think he should do? I mean, whatever movie pays him. Honestly, what kind of movie should he do? Whatever movie pays him the most because he needs the cash to pay off his because he spends it way too liberally. Like he spends way too much money. He buys a lot of stupid shit. So, super religious movie. Uh, Left Behind. I think you're talking. I think you're thinking of Left Behind, Alien Tourist. I believe. Should he come back as Ghost Rider? Nah. I'm not. I'm not mad at talking about Nicolas Cage. I'm having a fun time talking about Nicolas Cage. All right, so the Nicolas Cage movies that I've watched. I have seen Adaptation. I've seen bits of Con Air, but I never watched the full movie. I did not watch Kick Ass. So I've seen bits of Con Air. I did not watch full movie. I watched a few minutes of Face Off, but not very long, and it was right near the end. Yeah, Adaptation, the Ghost Rider movies. And then, yeah, Willy's Wonderland. I mean, yeah, obviously, Into the Spider Verse. I did watch that one, but I mean, that one's not really a Nicolas Cage movie, even if he is delightful in it. I don't think I watched any of his other movies. Drink the Gatorade. But no, he should not come back as Ghost Rider. Joe, I have not seen Joe. Joe Mama. Um, yeah, I was just looking at his filmography, PK. So I did see that. See Joe in there. I just not a movie I've watched. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do like if Ghost Rider is going if they're gonna do more Ghost Rider in the MCU. I don't really see why they can't do Robbie Reyes. You know, the character was well received in Agents of Shield. I mean, he's a good character. The comic run where Robbie Reyes debuted was so good. Love the art in it. A really dynamic art style as well. But really great run. And I just love the relationship between Robbie and his brother Gabe. Agents of Shield did kind of drop the ball on that one a bit. They changed up Gabe a lot. So the relationship didn't really have quite the same emotional hook as it did in the comics. I gotta blow my nose. Give me a second here. Yeah, I mean, even if the MCU does decide they want to use Johnny Blaze as Ghost Rider, Nicolas Cage is getting up there in age. Johnny Blaze should probably be younger than that, younger than Nicolas Cage is right now. Hey, Carrie. Another alternative, if they want to do Ghost Rider in the MCU, would be if they want Nicolas Cage back as Johnny Blaze, then use Danny Ketch as Ghost Rider. Use the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. With Johnny Blaze showing up as former Ghost Rider investigating the new kid. You could do something like that. passing the torch type of deal. Thoughts on missed minutes from the Loki show? I mean, I enjoyed her in that show. That said, Tara Strong's made some comments on Twitter that she is very much pro-Zionist. Really defending Israel's genocide of the Palestinians. So rather disappointed in her for that. It's not Gatorade, Serena. It's Orange Crush, Serena. But yeah, she made a comment about Islam is a real, clear, and present danger, and Islamophobia has been debunked vehemently. Which, yeah, fuck you. Islamophobia has been debunked? I mean, fuck you with that. Can we do it more? No. Hi, Tiffany. She get backlash for it? Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, she absolutely did. She actually like one show actually recast. Like there was one show, Boxtown, just completely recast her. So she absolutely got a lot of backlash for it. Not the first. I'm surviving, Tiffany. I swear she got. I remember there was another controversy about Tara Strong a couple years back as well. I don't remember what the details were now, though. Do I like scary movies? I don't like scary movies. Apparently, Tara did sort of kind of go off on an Uber driver, made some really xenophobic and racist comments towards an Uber driver. Rom coms. Some here and there. Ah, right. She's also anti-vax. Tara Strong's also anti-vax. So, yeah. What's the craziest Twitter thread I've ever read? Oh, I mean, there's way too many. I mean, that's way too high a bar. And then, yeah, it different types of yeah, there's different types of crazy as well. Why do you think Twitter is the spot for crazy? I mean, not the only spot for crazy. Yeah, social media in general. You never hear good things from Twitter. I mean, occasionally you do. Not so much anymore. Occasionally you used to. Really, not so much anymore. Um, Elon has really, given that site over to the Nazis. He's handed that site over to the absolute worst possible people. Um, but I mean, like, you hear crazy shit off all the social media sites. With Twitter, part of it is just like, like any jackass can go on there and say anything they want. Yes, like some weirdo will go on there and got a 15-second ad. Yeah, I was just saying that like all social media is wild, and I mean with Twitter, like anyone can go on there and say anything. Like any random person can go on there and say any random thing. I am not dating anyone, Tiffany. Yeah, so some weirdo can go on there and declare it's ableist to bring somebody chili. Yeah, like it's very much a what the hell are you talking about platform. Because I mean, it's very open, and it is a text focused platform, or it is a text focused platform. Instagram is more focused on images. Tumblr traditionally was also a place for the wildest takes, but Twitter was popular enough that just I don't know. It just really lent itself. Could never figure out Tumblr. Yeah, I never even tried. I never even tried Tumblr. Yeah, Twitter just really lent itself to the wildest takes getting widespread attention. By getting snow? Not yet. We got some like a week ago. We got a little bit of snow a little over a week ago, but we haven't had any since. Do I like my job? Nah, not really, but it's a job. These days, Twitter is dedicated to the most, to the worst possible fucking takes. The, racism and homophobia and transphobia and misogyny and just every awful attitude that anyone could ever have. I feel like it's helping my growth. Nah. That said, Twitter is still playing a huge role in really undermining Israeli propaganda. And propaganda of other places as well, but like Twitter is still doing really good at Twitter is still really doing a lot to amplify what's going on in Gaza and in the West Bank. And calling out genocidal attitudes from people in the Israeli government and military. So Twitter is still doing some good. Despite Elon's best efforts. Saving food for later. Not really. I don't know, Pika. He's rich, so he probably did name his kid that. He's a rich asshole who thinks he's better than everyone else. So, of course, he'd give his kid a name like that. Person? Doubt it. Does Elon Musk really care about his privacy? Seems to me Elon Musk is a very public person. Very really wants attention. Elon Musk is someone who craves attention. Yeah. Hey, Sasha. Hey, Rebecca. I was telling her she can't expect older people to accept it. Except a lot of older people do accept it. A lot of older people have been accepting it for decades. I would be a green pea. Okay. I don't pray, Rebecca. And I'm on the side of a free Palestine, so. No, my mom never made me go to church. We never went to church when I was a kid. Rebecca. Yeah, I'm going to try. Actually, I'm going to try to boycott them. The thing is, it's tough because it's like, to a certain extent, it's one of those things where it's like you have to boycott food. You know? You know, boycotting like McDonald's, sure, that's fine. That's easy. Boycotting Pepsi and Coke products, I mean, you have any idea how many products are actually owned by Pepsi? Because I sure as hell don't. It's a lot, though. And like Nestle, you know, boycotting Nestle, you're practically boycotting the concept of food at that point. Like, it's just some of those companies just own so fucking much. Nestle, yes. Yes. Nestle is one of the companies that that people are boycotting. Fresh fruits and veggies are natural. No more spray. Yep. I know. I'm aware. I think Pepsi owns around 400 products now. Yep. Probably. Computer sounds like a tiny race car. Kit Kat. Yeah. I mean, like, I've been boycotting most chocolate products anyway, just because of the because they're associated with like because Nestle, Mars, all those chocolate companies refuse to commit to sourcing chocolate ethically. So like Kit Kats, M&Ms, all those chocolates. Some of the chocolate used is sourced from farms that use child slave labor, which is horrible. Crush is made by PepsiCo. Yeah, this one I got last week. This is one that I carried over from last week. Crush is in by Pepsi. Yeah, this is one that I had left over from last week, so I'll try not to. But yeah, like that's sort of what I mean. Like, so long to Crush, like so long to fucking everything. Hey, Antonietta. My lives have the best titles. Some of them do. So yeah, this is just one that I had left over from last week before I. Yeah, it's just like water is the only thing I can drink, and for all like the only thing that left for me to drink now is water, and for all I know, that might be fucking owned by Coke. You know, it's, yeah. If I check that tap, I'm gonna find a Pepsi logo on there, right? So I mean, it's just it's incredibly fucked up just how much. Do you know where Fila stands in the conflict? I have no idea. I assume they don't really take a stand. If I lived with someone who bought purely organic food and drinks, would I use them? I don't know. I have no idea, PK. Store brands are pretty good and cheap. Well, even some of those. Yeah, it's wild. Just the extent to which everything is owned by a handful of companies. So, like, if you decide, like, oh, I'm going to boycott Nestle, and then you look at everything that Nestle owns, and it's like, so what the fuck do I? So what the fuck do I eat? I guess I'll just starve. You do miss the water brands? Yeah, I don't drink. I mean, I don't drink bottled water. Eat fresh fruits and vegetables. But I mean, that's not a meal. Fruits and vegetables, they can do as a snack, but it's not a meal. It's not a drink. Homemade chicken nuggets. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it goes beyond food as well. The entire world is owned by a handful of corporations, which all have the same. They all basically have the same ethics or lack thereof. They all behave the same. So, you do your best, but no, Chantel never worked at McDonald's. So you try your best, but I mean, there really is no ethical consumption under capitalism. Strike is over. The actor strike, you mean? Or which strike? Which strike? Because there's a lot of strikes. There's been a lot of strikes lately. So, okay. I think I might have seen something about it. Do we know if the studios back down on their big idea of my hand looks fancy? But yeah, did the studios back down on that big idea they had of owning actors' likenesses in perpetuity to be able to fucking use them after they're dead? Yeah, I still left. Ugh, that's so disgusting. Like, it's so gross the way the studios are like, no, we want to be able to keep using you after you die without paying anybody for it. Like the AI shit. And what would I do with AI? Not use it. Dreamcast for the Zelda movie? I can't. I don't know enough actors well enough. Like, I don't really pay enough attention to that sort of thing. So, like, I don't know. I don't know any actors. This playing on the Dreamcast, I miss Frogger. I'm glad I don't have a penis. Fair enough. Why do I never go live normal hours anymore? Because I work until 2 in the morning. I get off work at 2 in the morning Eastern time. So that definitely makes it hard to go live earlier. In fact, 5:30. 5:30 in the evening until 2 in the morning. Good schedule. No. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. Rough hours. I mean, I'm fine with that. Do I worry my schedule is affecting my channel views? I mean, it is absolutely affecting my channel views. Do I worry about it? Nope. Because I have full-time job. I'm making money. I'm doing fine. This is now a hobby. YouTube has now become a hobby for me. I mean, shit, all those. Yeah, I'm doing all those. I've been doing that Life is Strange Let's Play. Those videos aren't being monetized. Copyright strikes. Copyright strikes because of the copyrighted music. My Life is Strange Let's Play is basically entirely unmonetized. So I invested a whole bunch of time into playing a game, into recording a bunch of videos that make me zero money. Did YouTube ever pay well? For a few months. There was a few months where I was making good money off YouTube. But that was like end of last year. And there were specific circumstances that led to me making a lot of money for a few months, for like 3 months. And then did start to ease off. Yeah, it's just the problem I run into is that I don't have like I don't do anything. And like the videos I do record, like I don't have the interest or patience to learn how to edit videos. It's like that's really why YouTube will never be that's why I'll never really be successful on YouTube is because I'm not willing to put in effort to learn how to edit videos. Or even just to put in any sort of effort at all for anything. So yeah, I did not dress up Rebecca. Hey, Amy. Transition of fates. Nah, I got nothing. Still nothing. I got nothing going on. And I'll probably be ending it soon. Just about time to end for tonight. Any good books? Ah, haven't done any more reading in like 2 weeks. Really need to get back to it. I mean, like that was like last time I read it was like one chapter, and there's like 2 weeks before that I read one chapter before, and so yeah, I really need to get back into reading regularly because I enjoy reading. It's just I never feel like putting in. I never feel like grabbing the book, picking up a book. Yeah, I just never feel like picking up, even though the book I've been reading, I enjoy. Yeah, I enjoy the book I've been reading. Yeah, Wizard of Earthsea. I've been reading a Wizard of Earthsea. Ursula Le Guin. I mean, I enjoy it. It's a good book. But I'm never in the mood. Looks adventurous. I mean, yeah, it's a fantasy novel. I like how glossy the book is. Yep, that's the important part. It looks like it smells good. Got it months ago. Got it a good few months ago at a used bookstore that's not too far from. Yeah. It's not too out of the way. Like, dropped in once on my way to the grocery store. The used bookstore that I dropped into once just on my way to get to groceries. It wasn't too far. It wasn't particularly out of the way. So I figured, yeah, you know what? I'll check it out. Nice enough store. All right. And having hit 2 hours, this is a good time to end the stream. So, gonna call it an evening. I'll be back tomorrow for more of Ambition, a Minuet in Power. So, good night, everybody.